Hello, I'm Steven, the calculator guy, and today we're going to talk about Francium's pseudo-delta neutral updates so that you guys can earn upwards of 50% APY with minimal risk and liquidation protection, which I think is just the absolute coolest thing, and I really hope this is a trend that catches on across all chains because this is like, these are my dream strategies. This is math gone right. So I'm super excited about this, and I hope that through explaining it, I can explain to you, or at least give into you the same sort of excitement that I have. Now, granted, there are still smart contract risks. So if you guys remember what happened to Grim, totally sucked, right? So there are audits. Look at the audits, see if those audits are up to your standards before investing. Okay. But the investment risks themselves, like the numbers, are very minimal, and that's why I like these so much. So let's look. What Francium has done is they allow you to do the pseudo delta neutral strategy, which just means that you're borrowing 75% of some token, 25% of some stablecoin, and then farming at 3x leverage, which effectively means you're longing and shorting the token at the same value, which greatly reduces your exposure to any price action. Now, that sounds like a bunch of nonsense. What it means is, by employing this strategy, if the price of the token, in this case like MBS or Cave or Stars, goes up and down a lot, it doesn't really affect your investment, but you still get to capture that really juicy APY. Now, let's take a closer look because you can't see what I'm talking about. Okay, so again, pseudo delta neutral strategies allow you to get a really amazing APY with minimum exposure to the price action of whatever token is paired with USDC. So here we have MBS, Cave, Stars, etc. These APYs are absurdly high. We're going to look at ones a little bit more reasonable. And when I say reasonable, I still mean above 500%, and then see how we can employ them. So what you want to do is, I sort by APY here. This is in farm on Francium. I also type in USD here, so I'll filter for USDC and USDT because those are both stables that I'm perfectly happy working with. And then you need to look for you need to look for strategies where you can borrow both tokens. Here you can only borrow USDC, so it won't work. Earlier today you could borrow MBS, but it is totally borrowed out, and I guess they closed off, or maybe I'm mistaken. Here, only USDC, only USDC, only USDC. Now, DFL, which is DeFi land, you can see that the option is there. So this is a potential candidate with really good APY. However, what you'll notice is that DFL has been totally lent out, which means there's none available left for you for the strategy. So if you're a lender, if you like lending tokens, if you're bullish on DFL, what you can do is go over to lend here. And you can see that because this is such an in-demand token right now, you can get 230% APY for lending your DFL. So keep that in mind if that's something that you're interested in. If you're long on DFL, if you're holding DFL and you want it to make you some decent APY, there you go. All right, so we can't use that one, unfortunately. I happen to know that you can't. The first one that you can do this with is Atlas USDC. So I'm going to click farm here. Now, here's what you have to do. You have to click borrow two assets. So you can do the shorting and the longing equally. And you want to do 25% of the coin and 75% of the token. When I say coin, I mean stable coin. I know USDC is not a coin. USDC token. It's funny because it's USDC coin, even though it's a whatever. So anyways, 25% of the stablecoin, 75% of the token, and you can do the simulator to sort of see what your liquidation risks are, right? So here, the price at liquidation is less than 1 penny. The current price is 10 cents, so it would have to go down by more than 90% for you to get liquidated due to downward price action. Now, if you want to see upward price action, oh no, there we go. It would have to more than 2x, right? It would have to more than double in order for you to get liquidated from upward price action. But maybe you're a little bit worried about the token doubling, and I totally get that, right? Well, you could say, well, maybe the token will double in 90 days. Well, okay. In 90 days, you will have made so much from the APY and APR that if it just doubled, you'd still be fine, right? Because now the liquidation price is 25 cents. However, maybe you're still worried about that. Good news, there's still an option for you. So what you can do here is click up this stop loss setup. Okay, so stop loss setup, approximately 25% back when position is closed. What this means is, right, okay, so you can see where the position gets closed. So what I'm looking for is a place where the stop loss is in front of the liquidation price on both sides. So for me, in this case, it's at 11%, which is approximately 89% back when position is closed, 89% of your initial investment, right? Because this is assuming that it goes down, the price either goes down dramatically or goes up so dramatically that impermanent loss just is wrecking you, which is possible, but it's not necessarily in the realm of high plausibility. It's like, but still you want protection, and I get that. So here, let's see, the stop loss, the price that I would kick out the strategy and just sort of like take whatever investment you have out instead of getting liquidated, is at a price change of negative 71%. So to me, I'm totally fine with that. Or a price change of it more than doubling, so it's going up by 123%. So that's the stop loss. I could set that, and then I'd be good to go. I could click farm, and then I'm done, right? And I could manage my position from there. So I actually did confirm this, and what I noticed is the stop loss price is not where it was advertised. So what I'm getting here is like an increase of 70%, right? Or a decrease of 50%, not 70%. So the stop loss prices are actually much closer than was advertised. And what I imagine happened there was that I had it set to 30 days. Yeah. And so, or maybe I had it set higher, because the stop loss is going to go farther away the farther out in the future the price goes. Or sorry, the farther out in the future the investment goes, because you're getting that APY return. So do keep that in mind. Make sure you're looking at the correct date for these stop losses. Okay, cool. So you can manage or monitor your position here, right? So this is the total value borrowed. Here, my debt value. And if I wanted to withdraw, I could withdraw any percent that I wanted to. I could convert it all to USDC, or I can convert it all to Atlas. So I'm going to convert all of it to USDC and withdraw, just so you guys can see the strategy being closed, which is something I don't do enough in my videos, and I've been told that many times. So there we go. I would love to see Tulip integrate something like this with the stop loss, because that's just a really, really cool feature. It makes me feel very comfortable opening up positions here, presumably for in some cases hundreds of percents of APY, for minimal risk and downward protection, liquidation protection. So guys, that's it. Basically what we have here is a pseudo delta neutral strategy, which again just means that you're shorting and longing some asset by borrowing it and then effectively selling it into the liquidity pool token after you've leveraged. And what that does is it protects you from the underlying token price action, while also allowing you to farm really high APYs and APRs. So with Frankium, you get that extra insurance from the liquidation buffers, which I love, and you can set those to your own sort of standards, what you think is safest for you. And that's it, guys. So, oh yeah, one last thing. So I'm getting a lot of people talking to me about Aurora, this new blockchain that has swiftly made its way up the charts, which is gaining, I mean, look at these, 132% change, 97%, 111%. So clearly Aurora is making waves, not waves, though, the blockchain, waves in the DeFi space. And so I went and I checked out all of the major protocols from Tri-Solaris to WannaSwap, Rose, Nearpad, and Vaporwave. Pickle is cross-chain. It's actually a pretty cool protocol. Maybe I'll do a video about it in the future. But I checked out all of the proprietary protocols, and at this moment, I'm not seeing anything that's going to draw me into the protocol. Maybe there's there's a potential for some bullish price action on the proprietary token of Aurora. But otherwise, like, there was no leverage yield farming there, which I like. There is, one of these is an auto compounder like Beefy. It's a Beefy clone. I hope it's not a Grim clone because of the exploit Grim had. So it's neat, and I'll keep watching it for other protocols that pop up. Apparently there are some Ohm forks on here as well, but yeah, I'm keeping an eye on it, and if anything super interesting happens, I will definitely do a video about it. But for now, you guys can just be, watching out. It's definitely making moves, and people are investing in it. So that's the Aurora blockchain. You can learn more about it at defilama.com/chain/Aurora. I'm not invested in it at all, but people did ask me a lot about it. So here's my quick look at the Aurora blockchain. If you have any additional information on Aurora, please go ahead and drop it in the comments down below so I can go ahead and check out some of the potential protocols that may be more interesting than just all of these swaps. I mean, if I looked at Trisolaris and WannaSwap, I think it's one is a Uniswap clone, one is a SushiSwap clone, with nothing really more than that. And the basic clones. And then one is like a Beefy clone, and I think and then one's a Launchpad, which, I mean, cool, you need a Launchpad early on with all these new protocols launching, but I think they only had 2 launches up and coming. Anywho, guys, if you want access to me, you want to be able to message me and get responses from me within 24 hours, 24 to 48 hours, go ahead and join my Patreon. If you just want my insights and other ideas, I also post those on Patreon every now and again. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm happy to be back, almost fully recovered from norovirus, which is just not a pleasant virus to be afflicted by. But I digress. Have a wonderful and fantastic rest of your day.